He is a longtime friend, a talented individual, to say the least, from The Simpsons, which is entering its 90th season on television, correct? Did I get that number correct?
92nd.
Did I inflate it? You see where I went right there?
Nice
Did you like that, Hank?
That was good.
Good to see Hank Azaria here on the Rich Eisen Show here in New York City.
Rich Eisen, on your show.
Big-time Jet fan, Met fan. You're wearing your Mets, what is this, like a softball jersey, sort of softball shirt?
They were featuring this at City Field last year. And
is that right?
It's nice and lightweight. So
you got Mr. Met on the left the left arm?
Yeah.
I like it. Hank Azaria here in studio on the moment. We are looking through, best we can, 243 pages of this Ted Wells investigation. Going into it, just as a Jet fan, do you think the Patriots did it when you first heard this? Did you think that was happening? For sure?
I think this is similar to Videotape Gate, which is everybody does some version of this. Mm-hmm. These guys got caught. Part of why they got caught is because everybody hates them. Mm-hmm. And also, I guess Mangini blew the whistle.
Mangini blew the whistle.
But I mean, this is so obvious. And the report, what we've heard so far, seems to be confirming, like, every quarterback has their own predilection of how they like their ball blown up.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, now.
You feel me?
I do. By the way, yes, I do.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you take a look. We're looking at the report. And, Brockman, you're looking at it. Law, you're looking at it too, right? The general summary is that the Patriots, we do not believe that the evidence establishes that any other Patriots personnel participated in or had knowledge of the violation of the playing rules or the deliberate effort to circumvent the rules described in this report. In particular, we do not believe there was any wrongdoing or knowledge of wrongdoing by Patriots ownership, Bill Belichick, or any other Patriots coach in the matters investigated. We do not believe there was any wrongdoing or knowledge of wrongdoing by Patriots head equipment manager Dave Schoenfeld. And then they start going into some serious details, including text messages sent between
Jim McNally, who's the official locker room attendant for the Pats, and John Jastrzemski, who's an equipment assistant. These guys seem to be the two guys who handle the balls, so to speak. And text messages dating back as far as mid-October following a Jets game.
And what do these text messages essentially say?
That Tom likes the balls a very certain way, and he complains about them, and how they inflate them possibly up to 16 PSI so they can work through them throughout the week. It's very interesting.
And then some of these text messages are profane.
Profane, yes.
In which
they're complaining about Tom Brady.
And it seems some of the complaints are he doesn't give them gifts because they're saying
Correct.
We better be surrounded by cash and new kicks or it's a rugby Sunday, meaning if
the ball is inflated to the size of a rugby.
The ball will be inflated.
Right.
Wow.
And F Tom, he never gives you anything.
Yeah.
Wow. So these equipment guys are complaining that Brady doesn't properly bribe them enough to inflate the ball the way he likes it, and when he doesn't, they're gonna overinflate it to annoy him.
Yeah, here's another one.
Lord.
Nice dude. Jimmy needs some new kicks. Let's make a deal. Come on, help the deflator. Like he calls himself the deflator, Jim McNally.
So then how is there no wrongdoing? How do they connect those dots that this is going back and forth, that their basic Tom is what the guys who are in charge of handling the footballs are doing?
Yeah, and this guy McNally goes, chill, buddy, I'm just effing with you. I'm not going to ESPN, ... yet. Like I'm just reading this for the first time.
Reading between the lines here, it's like, yeah, they did this. Tom Brady knew about it, but nobody can prove anything, so what are you going to do?
I don't know. We're still sifting through it, but just the fact that there's the people who are in charge of handling the footballs and Tom Brady are not best of friends.
Well, that's very interesting. Side.
Wow. Yeah. Because if they're really saying this in a text messages, no wonder Ted Wells took 104 days if he's going back to text messages on cell phones of equipment managers back in October. Now, that's a serious fine-tooth comb, would you not say, Hank Azaria?
And they have the official PSI measurements for all 11 Patriots balls that were taken at halftime.
And?
I mean, they all seem to be well below. The highest one was at 12.3.
And
how lowest was the low?
10.5.
And 12.5 is the bottom of what's supposed to be legal. Right?
No, that's the top. It's supposed to be anywhere between 11.5 and 12.5,
11.5
right? Or is it 12.5 and 13.5?
I think it's 12.5 and 13.5.
There you go. Yeah, so it's 2 PSI less right there.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah.
And again, we were talking about this when it happened. I could not tell the difference. And then you hear about everyone, Mark Brunell, who was essentially crying after the Brady press conference. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Saying that that professional quarterbacks would definitely know the difference between a football.
Yeah, he wasn't the only one who came forward and said every quarterback likes the ball the way they like it, and they said it that way.
I'm here with Hank Azaria in the Rich Eisen Show studio. While you guys sift through it, what'd you think of the Jets draft? Did you like it?
It was good, but I saw an interesting fact today that even though everybody's agreeing that they did a great job in the draft, their odds of winning a Super Bowl have gotten worse.
How's that possible?
Well, it's because of Geno. That's how it's possible.
I guess so. This is it.
But no QB, yeah.
Well, this is it. I mean, they got Brandon Marshall to go with Eric Decker.
Yeah.
That kid, Jason Morrow, who they drafted last year.
Yeah.
They drafted another wide receiver, kid from Ohio State, who all he does is like his predecessor, Chris Carter, catch touchdowns. That kid is a touchdown machine.
Right.
They go ahead and get Zach Stacy from the Rams in day 3 to go with Chris Ivory and Bilal Powell.
Yeah.
It's go time. And
their defense is looking tremendous.
Well, they've got a coach who can coach that side of the ball up. That's why he's their head coach now.
Yeah.
And Leonard Williams to go with Muhammad Wilkerson and Shane Richardson.
Got an extra lineman now.
Quentin Coples.
Yeah. I mean.
Right?
But
this is it.
I mean, you got to at best hope for some Trent Dilfer situation. I mean.
Hey, right? But is there any way, shape, or form? How many W's do you think they? What do you think? What do you think when it all comes down to it? Do you think Geno can actually do this?
It's he's been. No, I don't. The short answer is no. No. Because even if he's so wildly erratic.
Yeah.
That even if he and he doesn't seem mentally, you know what I mean? There's no like slow and steady improvement on his part.
No.
It's just like crazy flares of being very good. And
except when they need to lose a Week 17 game to improve their draft position.
Yeah, I know.
Then,
also, how about the Knicks' nice winning streak at the end?
That was the same thing, right?
Yeah.
They won 2 in a row at the end.
It's like they can't even lose properly. It's horrible.
What do you think of Isiah Thomas being back in the Dolan fold, Hank? I had the same reaction, just laughing.
Unbelievable. I mean, the fact that my first reaction was, oh, my God, he can't be involved with the Knicks again. And then he wasn't. I'm like, oh, good, it's the Liberty. Then I was like, wait a minute. It was sexual harassment.
Yeah.
And now he's the president of a women's basketball team?
Yeah.
It's just it's a joke.
One might call that, at best, tone deaf.
At best.
At best, look, tone deaf.
I'm so passionately upset about all this stuff that I get nervous and alive in a public forum because I like going to Knick games.
Yeah.
I don't want to have them be mad at me.
You think Dolan would keep you out if you complain? I mean, you think?
If I said what was really on my mind, he couldn't do anything but.
Well,
and it got back to him.
Can we get around the edges here? Are you really afraid of James Dolan, the owner of the Knicks? That you get
afraid of him like he's going to beat me up or anything? But I like sitting courtside at Knicks games.
Okay, I hear you.
You know what I mean?
All right,
they're very kind to me over there.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Exactly.
I hear you. Because at some point you're going to have to go back in that building.
It's cowardly of me, but I like going to Knicks games.
Can't see Hank around here no more.
Exactly. I won't see him no more.
No. Hank Azaria here in the studio here on the Rich Eisen Show. Let's take a break here.
All right.
When we come back, we'll talk about the Mets.
Excellent.
Your Mets that won 11 in a row. Yeah. At one point, what you think about this moving forward?
They've dropped 7 out of the last 11.
I know that, but I'm going. The glass is half full.
Yeah,
that's where I'm going.
Good.
Hank Azaria is here, and the two Chris's. You're still reading the report.
Reading the report, we're going back to some old Tom Brady sound that we have. We're going to play that next break, too, and his response at the podium to all this.
Okay.
Well, that's going to be interesting because that's what was crazy, his mealy-mouthed, crazy press conference.
Jet fan Hank Azaria. Patriot hater.
Mealy-mouth?
Patriot hater. Hank Azaria. Here, the moment the Ted Wells Deflategate report gets released here on The Rich Eisen Show.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.